Hello, everybody. What's up? I'm sitting at the airport in DFW, and I didn't have anything. Well, I have things to do, but I figured let's go live. But I don't have anything to share. I was like thinking, do I have anything in my bag? Let's see, Mary Poppins bag. I only have my Switch, so I'm not going to share that. I bought a new game last week because I play on the airplane since I'm on there so much. But hi, everyone. Welcome to the live. Uh, there's nobody on right now, and that's fine. So I can't even tell if you can hear me, but somebody will get on and say, yes, we can, or no, we can't. What is it? You're like, it's weird because it's a totally different time than usually. Morning dawn or afternoon dawn or whatever. Oh, it is working because my phone just told me it's working. Um, so I am sitting at the airport. I did just get a notification that my flight is delayed, and that's fine because I don't really care. I travel a lot. It happens. Whatevs. I'm trying to get comfortable though because I'm not comfortable at the moment. Let's see. I'm on my way to Missouri, and that's going to be fun. Oh, I was checking. I'm actually was uploading videos that I need to edit for this week's video with the quilt along, and one moment, please. One moment, please. I have to eject my camera, the little whatever this is called, this thing. Um, so I will spend some time in editing later today, but or whenever the live ends or whatever. I might be getting a phone call in the middle of this, so if I do, I'm just going to end broadcast very fast. But yeah, I really don't have anything to share, but I'm sitting here and I have 3 hours because everything got pushed back another 45 minutes. So if any of you are traveling through DFW and you're like here, let me know. I'll go pick you up. You can come to the lounge with me. Today I'm traveling in style because I upgraded to first class because of the baggage fee amount. And yeah, whatever. Tis life. Tis life on the road. Delays happen, so I don't really care. It's funny because some people, some of our educators get really mad when they get delayed. I'm like, hey, you travel. You're on the road. So you can make out what you want. I'm having some delicious ice water. Watch. Mm. Oh my god, I've never had water that delicious. Let me have another glass, another drink. Mm. I'm acting. Did you like that? I'm so stupid. Okay, so I have to tell you, I was home for a day. I'm like trying to get comfortable. Oh, there we go. But I don't want anyone else in here because I don't want them to get mad. But so I was home for let's see. Dawn got her classy mat and she loves it. I just had somebody message on the thing like, I love those tables. Can we still get 30% off? And I said, yes. And I did check. And so if you're looking at those tables at all, ASF table at classycreations.com will still get you 30% off those tables. But I can't remember what I was saying. Oh, I was home. So I got home yesterday, like walked in the door, let's say 1. Uh, Sandy, I'll get back to your question. Got home, we'll say 1. I left this morning at 4:30, so I was not home that long. But in the time I was home, Ben called me a dork like 3 times, and it totally just made my heart full because I am a dork, and I can't remember what I was doing, but he was doing something like me, and I go, oh my god. He's like, I said, you're acting like me. He said, I know, like a dork, and it was just great. I loved that. So I told, I think at one point yesterday I said, what I love about you is that I'm a dork and you tell me. So stupid, but hey, it's what works. I can't remember what he was doing. What was he doing? Before I left for my last I saw attitude and I was like for my last attitude. Before I left to the last event, I was in the sewing room. I think I was cutting squares or something. Probably I was cutting squares because I cut a lot of squares. Oh, I need to post that picture. I went into the sewing room twice yesterday. One to put up the fabric that I bought, and I would show it off. But here, you will probably already see if you Facebookers have already seen this, but not great because it's a picture on a picture. But These are all flannels that I got at Stitches in McPherson, um, Kansas. Oh my gosh, they had the best selection of. Are you all saying true that I'm a dork? Oh no, that's true love. Okay. Um, excuse me. So Stitches was Mickey's. Oh my gosh, she was in hog heaven, man. It was primitive. It was her colors. She just loved everything about it. We went there 3 times, and it was just around the corner. It was just a really easy walk for us. So we would go over at lunch, and she bought stuff the first day, and then bought stuff the next day, and then bought stuff the third time. So, but I was like, oh, I want to make this quilt, and so I was keeping this kind of a secret, but I digitized a design set at prostitcher.com. So my first like set of designs, um, and I want to make a quilt so I can kind of showcase them and have pictures and see what they look like and this and that, whatever. And Mickey's like, flannel would be great, and I'm like, oh my gosh, and we can't get flannel. Like, there's not a lot of flannel at the shops in California. We don't need it, especially in Southern California. But we do keep the house cold, so we like to be under quilts, and Ben loves flannel quilts. So I bought all this flannel, like low volume stuff. So that's why I had to go back there. But I think the whole point of the story is there's a lot of flannel, and the Stitches shop was fantastic. It's a new owner. She's great. It was funny because she was talking about getting EQ, and I'm like, oh, if you need any help with the programs or anything, she goes, I'm an engineer. And I said, okay, you don't need any help with the programs, so that's good too. Uh, and then I saw her handwriting. I go, yeah, you're an engineer. She goes, why do you say that? I said, because it's perfect. It's engineer handwriting. I wanted to be an engineer at one point, and then I decided, no, too much math. And I found out I was dyslexic, so whatever. But I can't remember what I was saying. Whatever, Stitches in Kansas. If you ever go there, it's in McPherson. Stop by. I say if you are a primitive lover, it's worth the like whatever you need to do to get there. I liked it. Mickey loved it. Like I said, Mickey loved it. She bought stuff every time we were there. They actually had this set of blenders that I had never seen before, which is hard. I mean, like I see fabric all the time. Um, they weren't Tim Holt, which Mickey liked those. I wasn't a big fan. I didn't like the amount of black in them. I could tell you where they are if you go to the main thing, like I'm ready to buy, and you go to the left side of where she cuts her fabric. The whole side, the left side was. I wonder if Mickey bought some. I will post it and let y'all know what the fabric line is. Let me text her. I'm texting Mickey. Hold on. But it was a really really nice blender that was like a tone on tony, but with a little bit of texture. Did you get any of those blender fabrics from Stitches? Stitchs that I really loved. If so, do you have salvages that say what it is and who makes it? She's actually picking me up in St. Louis later today. And so I had to call her and say, hey, I got delayed an hour. I have my shoes off, but I'm not touching the ground. So yeah, so that was fun. Loved that. Oh, I don't know. I don't even know where I'm at. Whatever. I went to the sewing machine. I went to the sewing room. I actually set up the AccuQuilt. So I pulled my little card out and I lifted it up. So if I used it, it was flat because I was going to cut some 10-inch squares. I opened my 10-inch square die. I'm super excited. And look, that's who's called. Mickey's calling me. One moment. Hello. You know those fat quarters that they were like if you were buying, they were on the left side and you picked it up and you're like, oh, I like this. She's like, the whole line's right there. And they were like those blenders. Not the Tim Holt ones though. Because there was the Tim Holt ones that you liked. They had like the black in it, and I just didn't like that. I'm on a live right now. Mickey says hello everyone. She misses you already. Do you know which ones I'm talking about? Okay, they were like a tone on tone. They were just a blender. I just thought it was a nice blender. Okay, no worries. Bye. She said, bye, everybody. Let me put my headphone. I know you can't hear me and I can't hear you, but I'm going to pretend I can. So I'll put this back in. But yeah, so she's going to send me pictures. We'll see if it's in anything. I don't remember if she actually bought some, but I feel like she bought like 4. We went one day and they were having sew day. So, of course, we broke into sew day and had to see what everyone's making. And then one of the women there was like, do you make YouTube videos? I said, yeah. She goes, I think I watch you. And I said, can you tell Mickey? She's like, I'm a fan. So it was fun. But no, we had a great time there. The house we were in was a retreat house that the shop owns. The shop's actually in a different city that I can't tell you, Junction City maybe, which was weird because we were an hour and a half away from them. Did Mickey get her Facebook back? No. And I don't think it's going to happen. Somehow how they hacked it, they changed all of her account info. So when she tries to put in like her phone number or her email, it takes her to a brand new page, like a new page that she had to set up. So she does not have it, and she probably won't have it. We've been reporting it, so hopefully it takes it down. And I see that they're not posting anything, but I saw that like it was a certificate for Bitcoin, and like, ooh, you can sell Bitcoin or buy Bitcoin from me or whatever. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Mickey's never selling Bitcoin. I'd be surprised if she actually knew what Bitcoin was. Let's be honest. Her sister sent her a text and goes, you got hacked. You posted a picture of that's excluding one of our sisters. Let's see. Making hack profiles gone now. Sandy, I saw it yesterday. I thought. No, he doesn't. I'm going to see if it's still there. I haven't seen it. It hasn't popped up, but it hasn't been posting anything. I love how many of you were worried about Mickey and her Facebook post because I was getting messages from people too. That is. Oh, was it totally gone? Oh, it was there 2 days ago, or yesterday. That was yesterday. Oh, I guess it was the night before because I checked it on the way to the thing. Oh, it is gone. Perfect. She don't quote me. She said, "I'm kind of relieved. It lets me get my life back in order." Mary, you got one what? A post from her? Was it a new post or an old post? She did build a new one though. But yeah, one of her sisters was like, why would you post a picture that excluding one of the sisters? And she goes, I didn't do it. And so I had said the same thing. But there was something I was going to say. Oh, so I got into the sewing room for like maybe 30 minutes yesterday, just enough time to turn on the Laura Star, take a few pictures, and then Ben's like, let's go get dinner. And I said, oh, that's important. Let's do that. But this makes me so happy because all of you know that I am not the most organized person. I am controlled chaos all the way. But look at this. This is my 2,700 2-inch squares. Look, that just makes me so happy. I've started running out of places for the light blue, so some of the grays are stacked on top. But this will be my Tilda quilt when I get home. I'm going to be home for 2.5 weeks, kind of. We're going to go to Ben's Brothers for a bit, but that did make me. Oh, I need to do my stuff so I can get paid. So yeah, so I was. Very happy that I saw that. It's like good, things are nice. All of those squares were cut with the AccuQuilt, so it made it very fast. And now I'm going to my AccuQuilt dealer, so I'm probably gonna be spending money. It's actually my AccuQuilt / Tilda dealer. It's like we're talking the drugs of AccuQuilt and Tilda fabric. It's kind of like that, you know. It's I couldn't even do drugs because I don't have any money left after I bought my fabric. There is a meme that says like, teach your kids how to sew, they'll never have money for drugs. It's true. All right. Does anybody have any questions? I figured I'd come on for a bit and just chit chat. My dealer. I always call them like when I talk about our retailers, I always call them dealers. And somebody's like, they're not drug dealers, they're retailers. Don't call them dealers. And it finally switched. I always call them retailers now. Like my Janome retailer or Handy Quilter retailer, depending on what I'm talking about. And when I hear other people say dealers in my head, I'm always like, it's not a drugs. They're not dealing. It's not a car. You better leave some Tilda. It'll be there tomorrow, and I'm expecting to buy some. The new Tilda line doesn't come out until October, so I'm just going to pre-order some stuff. Get every strip dye they have. No, not yet. I have to get them. I have to get them a little at a time. But yeah, I was so excited, and yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to try to do some things with the long arm and the AccuQuill to see how I can get them to work together and what fun applications I can do, because I want all my machines to work together. So, excuse me, we'll see. I'm trying to think of other things. If you're near Columbia, Missouri, we're going to be there for 5 days starting tomorrow, if I make it. And if I don't make it, I'll just drive. Because I feel like, how far from Columbia, Missouri am I? 7 hours? I could, if I would have just landed and rented a car and drove, I would have been there before the time I'm going to be there from flying. Let me see, where am I looking at? I want to go to Columbia, Missouri. Also, for those of you who don't know, in Kansas, they have a Manhattan and they have a Minneapolis. I learned that this week. Let's see. You never did tell how you got into quilting. Oh, that's. Let's see. My starting point, my location. Duh. Oh, I guess it's 9 hours. I'm at DFW right now at the airport. How did I get started in quilting? Ben actually got me started. I had made a quilt before I started quilting for real. On a very old machine. Oh my gosh, there's Mickey. Speak of the devil. I think she's not watching live because she just mentioned Bitcoin. So she's only about 10 minutes behind. But, so Ben actually came to me one day and said, I want to start quilting. And I had made a quilt, which was horrible. I never finished it because I was going to hand quilt it because I didn't even know about machine quilting or whatever. And it was like a 16 patch. I just went, it was all black, white, and red. And it was like a 16 patch and then a patch of white and, like a checkerboard. Horrible. It was so horrible, but whatever, I made it. And it never got quilted. And I think it just got thrown away. I don't even know. I don't know what happened to it. I don't even know what house I was at. And then I went, so then he wanted to start quilting. He went and got a new machine because he wanted a new machine. And we went, and we actually had a retailer for Bernina, like a 3-minute walk from our house. And I went there one day and asked them questions. And she gave me a flyer and said, here, you can read this. Uh-oh. Did I lose you? Let's see. I'm back. I'm using Wi-Fi at the airport. We'll see if this works. And but we went to that retailer and they gave me a pamphlet and was like, "Here, this is this. You can read this." And so we drove 2.5 hours away to buy our machines because, like, if I'm gonna spend that much money from you, you're gonna answer my questions. You're gonna help me, and I think that's across the board. All of you, if you're buying a machine and you're getting no help, go somewhere else. It's that's my most important thing. We actually had a conversation with someone this week that retailers matter because they had bought somewhere and didn't get any help, any support. It was they didn't have a handy quilter. They had one of our competitors, but I'm like, if you're not going to get any help in the beginning, they're not going to help you after. So why spend that much money? It's a very big purchase. So we got our first machine, took our first class, started fighting over the machine, and got our second machine, and then our third and fourth and fifth. And yeah, so we just started collecting. But I don't know, it's crazy. I told him yesterday, I'm like, can you finish your quilt so I can quilt it? Is DFW still a mess to get around? I've never had an issue getting around with it. I walk. I don't take the tram. So that's why it was like 1.25 miles that I walked the other day. But that was a personal choice. I like to walk around. So it gets me moving days that I'm sitting on a plane all day. Dealers matter. You get better product with a better dealer. Horrible. I'm trying to think of other things that are happening. I did learn Mickey's way of drag and dropping this week. And Mickey, if you're still watching whenever I talk about this, we're talking about it in the car. I have more questions because she does things different than I do. And it finally clicked. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to try that. It was funny because she was teaching, we were doing advanced pro stitcher. In basics, we always do the handy quilter way because there's a handout for it. And in advanced pro stitcher, anything goes, right? And she was teaching it the other day. And I was just sitting there. So then nobody was asking questions except for me. And I thought it was funny. But it finally clicked on how she does it because I'm not even going to talk about it because it's just going to confuse some of you. I might make a video on it once I realize how it's really done because it is pretty it's pretty easy if it works. So not if it works, I know it works for her, but so yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna do it. I gotta get some stuff quilted to practice it, try it out a few things, get my kinks out so I don't look like I'm a newbie. I don't want to be a noob. But yeah, no, it was, I was in the shower this morning, I have to ask her that, and I have to ask her this, and what about this, and what if this scenario happens, kind of thing. Does Mickey have a channel? No, she doesn't want a channel. She's like, I love that you do all this. I don't want to do any of it. I just have her on mine. What else is... There's nothing else going on. I'm just stuck in the airport. Are any of you doing the chain link quilt? I did. Well, no, I didn't finish it. I'm going to have to finish it on Sunday and get it quilted. Susan loves Mickey's classes. There has to be one. I'm just kidding. We had a lot of fun this week. We really did. We had some great students. New and old alike. Or is it old and new alike? I don't know. You have one border left. I have 4 borders left. I think I have 8 because I have to do the inner and the outer. All the piecing parts are pieced. I just have to do my strip borders. And I'm not a big fan of doing those. Although I think I am more. It was, you guys, even though my room is so cluttered, my tables open that space up so much that I'm loving it. And I was stepping over boxes. I didn't even care. I loved it. It was amazing. I do have to tell you, and I mentioned this in one of my videos, the Lore Star. So my system sits right where the air conditioner blows down. And I think it cools my cord so much. And especially being gone for a week, when I went, because I turned it on, always blow out your cord before you start, just in case you have moisture in there. That's what it's doing, is clearing the cord and blowing out that moisture. There was water pouring out of it. It was like, but I think it's because the air conditioner is keeping that super cold. So I always blow it out onto a towel, and like a bath towel, not like a paper towel. And yeah. A lot of water came out, but I was like, hey, I know it happens, and I think it's part of it because it's double heated steam. So part of the process, and then it ironed beautifully 2 of my flannel fabrics that I didn't get to cut because we went to dinner. Michelle's getting the fabric today. I love that. You still have, we're not even quilting it till next week, and we're only doing step 1 in the quilting process. So you have time. And I am doing all of the quilting like they do in the pattern. I shouldn't say that, but I think so. I'm using all the same designs and everything. So you'll be able to quilt it just like that if you want to. Oh, those cotton cut quilts, the the things they do, the mystery quilts and stuff. I love those. They have such a good selection of fabric. I think they use AccuQuilt, but I'm not sure. I always see if you do cotton cut stuff, you see Ian, and I always see him around at shows and stuff. I always love to chat with him, and sometimes he wins ribbons on those quilts, and that's super cool. I actually saw one time. I'm like, oh my god! I sent him a message. No, I didn't send a message. I didn't want to ruin the surprise because I was there before he was. But when I saw him, he was walking around the show. I'm like, I saw your quilt and I wanted to tell you congratulations, but I didn't want to ruin the surprise. He's like, oh my god, I was shocked. I'm pretty sure that one was a blue ribbon on it. Oh, kayaking every day. That sounds great. As long as it's in the shade, I'd kayak in circles and stay in the shade. Ben made me laugh because we were talking about the heat and humidity and stuff. And he said he left the work on Friday and it was 97 degrees. And he goes, oh, it was beautiful. It was 97. He's like, I'm going to go to the pool. It's amazing, gorgeous, stunning, whatever. He's like, and then I walked outside and somebody hit me with a sledgehammer because it was so humid. Because they had some storms last week. It is monsoon season. It was raining yesterday. I went out to feed the hummingbirds, and it was sprinkling just enough to make it humid. Did I go to the Plano show? I did not because I was in McPherson, Kansas. I like the Plano show though. Yeah, so I was in a different state, and I don't live here, so I would have had to fly in for it. There's a new retailer for Handy Quilter in the Plano area. Oh, I got a gate change. Let me see. One moment, please. Getting updated about my flight. Let me check. It's still delayed, but it is at a gate that's not quite as far away. So that's good because I'm a walker. Wait, where am I at? I'm in A, B. Oh, C's right next to us. Okay, I'm good. Ian lives in. He is in the DFW area. So usually, this is where I see his shows, or his quilts. The last one I saw was when he had it in the OSQE show last fall. Am I going to be at Stitch in Heaven at the end of November? I will not, but I will be on their cruise mid-November teaching. The last thing I have this year is my the cruise. The weather's beautiful in Missouri today. Of course, it's going to be hot by the time I get there. Mary, I'm going to go look at what the weather is and tell you if it's good or not for me. Let's see. We're going to Columbia. We drove past a thunderstorm yesterday, which is kind of fun and a little bit scary. I go, Mickey, what if the thunder hits the car? She goes, rubber wheels, you're fine. I'm like, perfect. Okay, so it is going to be 95. Ugh. Now, granted, that's not as hot as us, but let me see. I want to see what their current humidity is. 60% humidity. No, thank you. Nope, not doing it. Am I going to be in Houston? Yes, I will be at Market and at Festival. Depending on what day you come, I will be in different booths. I'm going to booth it around. I'll be in 3 total. So, let's see what. So I'm going to be at Grand Rapids. I'll be at Des Moines. I'll be at Houston. albeit there's the Hawaii one. I can't think of what that's called. I wonder if it's in my email. Art quilt. It's wilt. Does anyone else text wilt? Art quilt Hawaii. Does it say? I'll be at the Hawaii Holiday Craft and Gift Fair in October. Paula, I wasn't at the Plano show. So Michelle, I actually emailed the Hawaii retailer. They're on Oahu. They're not on Maui, but I did to check and see if anything's if there were any going to be any issues because of the fire. The thing, so Maui is where we always go, and by always we've been twice. It's so sad. That fire is so sad. For those of you who haven't been to the area, it's there's one street that is touristy, but the city itself is super historic, like has changed hands over the years and just historic buildings and everything. But it's also a city that it might have had that one touristy area, but there's not hotels and stuff. It's all locals that live in the city. So like all of the things that went up in fire are like locals' homes. It wasn't timeshares. It wasn't these big resorts and stuff. It was just a lot of really, really local stuff. And then they have the big banyan tree, which I was like, oh my gosh, which I was trying to explain to Mickey about. And she goes, so it's a tree? I said, it's a tree, but it's like the size of a city block tree. Like you walk under it and 100 people are under it taking pictures and stuff. Like you can't understand the magnitude unless you see it, kind of thing. And I was talking about it with Ben yesterday, and we always go and we walk through, like we always buy art when we go somewhere, and we have some paintings from one of the one of the galleries there, and so we always walk through the galleries and stuff. I didn't even think about there was millions of dollars in art that went up in flames, and that one of the dealers there had a bunch of like all of the famous artists, and like that, it didn't even click in my head. Like I remember like, okay, this one had like kind of local artists and this one had some metal artists and things, but the actual like Rembrandts and Chagalls and Dollies and everything that were in some of these places, like didn't even click. Gone. And then I was like Fleetwoods. We went and ate at Fleetwoods when we were there. So all of the memorabilia that was there, like on top of like these people losing their livelihoods. So it's so sad. It's so sad. And then I look at like, we'll see you in Grand Rapids, and I'm like, I'm excited to go to that quilt show. There was a like, I think it was one of the king's or queen's mansions that was there, which it's funny that they say mansion because it wasn't that huge, but oh yeah, the Tree of Life at Disney. I've never seen that in person, so I can't relate it. But like, it's less of a big tall tree and more of like a city block because it's wide. I wonder if I have that as a screenshot. I'm getting texts that I missed. Because I thought I took a screenshot. Maybe I was just showing Mickey in person. But I mean, it was the size of a city block. Because there was nothing on that block other than the tree in one building. The one building's still there because it was made of stone. But just crazy, these fires. Oh, I'm moving because I kinky in my back. All right, what time is it? How much time do I have? I have to edit a video, which is going to take me an hour and a half. Well, I still have an extra hour past that as of now. Is anyone coming this week other than Mary? Mary, do you have a list of questions? Mary, what day are you coming? Are you coming all the days? Are you coming just one day? Are you going to be there tomorrow? Do you have a list of questions? If you have a list of questions, you can't ask them today because I need you to ask them tomorrow. It's weird. The truck, because it's the handy quilter truck, so it's 12 machines on it. They picked it up in McPherson, driving over. They're actually setting it up today, and because the truck was there, Mickey goes, "Ooh, I'm just gonna send my educator bag on with the truck." And I'm like, "Oh, I can't do that. I need my stuff." Even though it doesn't, it has to quilt. It has my educator stuff. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I went and I looked through it. I said, okay, I'm going to send my educator bag. This is bent or if it's supposed to be bent. Which is supposed to be bent. Is this one bent? No, the zippers are bent. The zipper grabs. Um, so I sent my stuff on the truck, and then I was at the airport yesterday. I was at the airport yesterday morning flying home, and I go, oh my god, I forgot my luggage in the room. And then I was like, no, I didn't bring my luggage. It's on the truck. And then I got a text from the driver yesterday afternoon going, do you have an air tag in your bag? And I said, yeah. He's like, do you have an air tag in your bag? Because it keeps chiming me that there's the air tag around me. And I said, oh yeah, that's mine. And I was texting Mickey because I thought that was funny. And she goes, oh my gosh, I have one in too. So he's getting chimes from both of us. Everything has an air tag now. Have you heard anything about sending poster? I have heard some people were posting. Our local shop, I know, was doing something, but I know there's like some bigger people who are doing it who are actually home and can do it. So I would. I'm trying to think if you could probably. I don't know who's doing it. I should probably figure it out and just share the post. But I know there's some people in Hawaii that live there that are taking stuff and like taking money and stuff. But I can't give you the names right now because I'm not 100% sure. Let's see. Trish text. So, of course, it's going to go off as soon as I want to click on it. ABC Trish. If you check out Quilt with Miss Kate, she's on Instagram. She is from Maui. I'm making sure I have it right. It's not Quilt with Miss Kate. So she lives on Maui. And so it's Quilt with Miss Kate, Kate. And I'm pretty sure she is doing some stuff about taking donations and things. And yeah, I'm going to say yes because this is her Costco buying a bunch of stuff. So if you are interested, Quilt with Miss Kate. And yeah, she lives on Maui, so she's like actually there and can go buy things and stuff. Susan's 30 minutes south of me now. The new hoodie is not fleece and it's very comfortable. And why am I wearing it right now? Because I think it's like 90 degrees outside. I don't know. I had it on and I haven't taken it off. Yes, Michelle, you are correct. Trying to check some food, Isaiah? Did you see me kind of dancing? So, oh my gosh. All right. I have to use the bathroom. I've drank a lot of water. And I All right. I'm gonna jet, guys. I gotta go edit that video, and I have to use the restroom. I think at some point I'm gonna try to go live with Mickey this week because we will be together for 5 days, and we're getting tired of each other. So it'll be fun to chat with you all. And if anything happens, we will let you know. Yeah, we'll keep you updated. Thanks for joining me and spending 40 minutes with me while I sit at the airport for another 3 hours. Hi, Patty. And let's see, go work on your chain link quilts. Don't piece them yet. The piecing video comes out on Wednesday. And I'll be spending a lot of money. Oh, I think we'll probably. Oh, I have to find out. Hold on. I've got to text her. I'm going to forget. Oh, back. Diane. I might be going. Might be. Andy, I should have had you come pick me up. I actually was thinking about this because I had a 3 hour layover. And I'm like, well, it's like an hour here, an hour there with traffic. And then it got pushed to a 4 hour layover. And you could have totally come and picked me up, and then we could have quilted. Dang it. Okay, well, I thought I was going to be able to do a special live with some fun news, but I don't think I am because I'm not going to have things there that I need. But all right, guys, until next time, Andy, next time I have a long layover, I'll let you know. And it 50-50 chance that you'll be with the grandkids or not. But I miss you all. I miss all my Dallas people. And, we'll talk soon. And we'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.